It's Friday. Yes, Friday. Everybody loves Friday because they get to watch my video of movies that I watched this week. So, let's get started. And bear with me. I'm trying to explain or talk about movies that I watched this week, as we all know. And I try to tell you what the movies are about. But I try not to give them, the endings and, too much of the story away. And I don't want to make these videos too long. So we just kind of like talk about them and stuff like that, right? So, like I say, I don't want to make these videos too long. The longer you talk about the movies, the longer the video is. Just like I'm doing now, raving on. So let's stop the raving and get on to the movies. Now, I watched this one. Night and Day. See, I'm downsizing. See these paper bags? So I'm take them from these and put them in these and put them in I guess a basket type of thing. I'll do a video on those one of these days. So I got no room here for movies in my apartment. So I got them all in a closet. Got them in boxes, other closet in the bedroom. Just too many movies, so I have to downsize. All right, this one. Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz. Now, he has a microfilm, those microfilm. He has it in what do you call it, chest piece, right? And he's trying to get it through, the airport, right? So he bumps into this girl, which is Cameron Diaz, and he puts it in her luggage because she's already gone through. So he's trying to get it through the system there, right? So he bumps into her again, and he takes the night piece out of her luggage. They get on a plane, and how she got on the wrong plane, I have no idea. So they're on a plane together, and all these bad guys are trying to get the night or the piece off him, right? And he starts killing people and all that stuff, and it's hilarious. And anyway, they're after her because they think she has it, but he has it. So it's a couple of hours of running around hiding from these guys and trying to get away from these CIA agents, but some of them are really CIA agents, and some of them are working for the bad guy who wants this piece that Cruise has. And everybody thinks Tom Cruise is the bad guy, but he's not really the bad guy. Hope I didn't spoil it. But anyway, if you haven't seen the movie, it's fun. It's a good little romp, 2 hours of fun. Tom Cruise has a line in the restaurant. He's got her and he's pulling her out and he says, "Nobody moves, or I'll shoot her and then me, or then myself," or something like that. I thought that was hilarious. Anyway, yeah, Night and Day, Tom Cruise, 2010, which is, I really enjoyed it. This one here, same idea. In the paper bag now. Had it in the plastic, now it's in the paper bag. Money Monster, 2016, 2 or 3 years ago, if you're counting. George Clooney and Julia Roberts. Very interesting movie. I liked it. I gave Tom Cruise a 7, that last movie. It's a 7, it's worth a watch. Now this movie here, this George Clooney character has a TV show, has about the stocks and the bonds, and he's raving on about stuff like that. Anyway, there's another company that loses all this money, right? 8 million or 80 million or 800 million, doesn't really matter. But this guy, watches this show, and Clooney's character tells him or mentions or whose stocks are going up and where to put your money. And anyway, the young guy that's in there, he sneaks into the studio, and he takes George Clooney by, like a hostage thing. So the young guy's got bombs, tied around his body, and he starts talking about Clooney, and he tells everybody to get out except for, the people that are running the cameras and stuff. So this is around 2 hours of trying to explain to people where the money went. The young guy wants to know where $60,000 went. Oh, it's a glitch. It's a glitch. It's a glitch in the system. And the young guys and everybody else is more than likely saying the same thing. A glitch? I lost $60,000 because of a glitch? Yeah, well, we're trying to find out where the money went, right? Like the $800 million. Meanwhile, you just stay home and have lunch and go to school, and so right now it's a glitch and nobody knows where the money went. So Now, so this young guy doesn't take that for an answer. He wants to know where his $60,000 is. So then it starts becoming interesting. Now George Clooney and Julia Roberts kind of thinking too the same thing. It's like, yeah, where did the money go? Where's this guy with all the money? Did he take off? Did he go somewhere? Where's all the money? So this is a very interesting movie. This one gets a 7. It's not a great movie, but it's not a bad movie at all. So it's worth a watch. 7. All right. Same idea. Paper and the paper. Yep. Reasonable Doubt. Dominic Cooper and Samuel L. Jackson. Now, Dominic Cooper, you know, I think it was his birthday or something, and he steps out of the bar. He's been drinking tequila, walks outside, and somebody's couple of punks, it looks like they're trying to break into his car. Or, well, not actually a car, it's probably a, what do you call it, one of those vans or something. Yeah, van or something. Anyway, so he gets in the van and decides to drive home. And he's driving down the street, and all of a sudden somebody runs out of the alleyway and he hits him. He thinks he hits him. He thinks he ran over him. Did he hit him? Did he run over him? Anyway, he gets out of his van. Sure enough, there's a guy laying on the road all fucked up, right, messed up, bleeding everywhere. It doesn't look too good. So he goes and phones up, you know, there's been an accident and stuff, and he buggers off. He takes off. He goes home. So they end up going to court and all that, and Samuel L. Jackson's there, and they pick him up because Samuel L. Jackson character picks this guy up and puts him in the back of the van and decides to drive him to the hospital. That's what he says. Now, the thing is, did the guy really run out of the laneway and run into his car and get hit? Did he get run over by the car? Or was there already something going on with the guy in the laneway? So, kind of goes, did he really hit him? Or did he just run into the side of his car and lay on the road? Like, he's all messed up already in a roundabout way, right? Did the car do all that damage to him? Who knows, right? So anyway, Samuel L. Jackson character gets off, giving you the Reader's Digest version, people. And kind of like, it's some things don't kind of like add up. He's got hammers, he's got this stuff, he's got these things. And so one thing leads to another, and Dominic Cooper's character kind of looks a little bit more into Samuel L. Jackson's character. Yeah, so there you go. This one's interesting too. If you want to watch a good, kind of like, what happened here? Who did this? Did I, like stuff like that, right? Give it a 7. Reasonable Doubt. Dominic Cooper and Samuel L. Jackson. You can watch it, no problem. Now this is another one. Unthinkable, 2010. Samuel L. Jackson again. Right? Anyway. This has to do about homegrown terrorists. People that all live, well, this is America, right? This takes place in the States. So there's a guy, in the States, and he decides to put, let's call them bombs, or atomic bombs, or whatever they're called, in different parts, right, of, Los Angeles, someplace. Nobody knows at the beginning where these bombs at. So Samuel L. Jackson's job is to get all the information he can out of this guy. He takes him in a room. This is a secret place, right? And he decides to, get all the information out of this character. Like, where are the bombs? And he has to do some, like, waterboarding and some nasty things to this guy, right? And time goes by, and he gives him until Friday at 4 o'clock, and the bombs are going off and all that kind of stuff. Gets kind of nasty. Yeah, there's a little bit of nastiness going on in this movie, kind of like, he's hanging from chains, and, I don't want to get into all the details, but I don't want to spoil the movie. So do they find the bombs, or does Jackson's character beat the crap out of this guy and he gets all the information, or what? Good movie. This one also gets a 7. It's a worthwhile watch. If you haven't seen Unthinkable, 2010, Samuel L. Jackson. It's worth a watch. Fun. A little bit nasty, but fun. All right, let's move it on here. Let's see, because I don't want this video too long. Now, here we go. The Road Warrior. Mel Gibson. Way back, long time ago. So long that I can't see what year it came out. Anyway, another reason why I'm not prepared. Does it say year? 1981? 1981. 1981. Wow, 1981, The Road Warrior. This is a fun movie. It's what do you call it? An escape movie kind of thing, right? It takes place in Australia, of course, right? And he's driving around in the car and stuff, and everybody's looking for oil, right? The oil. And there's all these nasty guys driving around all these cars that everybody builds and stuff. Anyway, he meets a bunch of people that are actually in an oil refinery or they're pumping oil from. And he wants to go there and get some oil for his car. One thing leads to another, and he starts helping these people out. And all these bad guys are chasing him and smashing things up and blowing things up and shooting arrows at everybody. And it's a great time. It's a great time. It's a great movie. It's fun. One of those movies where it's fun. Isn't there another movie called Mad Max? And there's another one too. Yeah, another movie. Anyway, I think this is the first one if I'm correct. I'm not always correct all the time, you know. Sometimes I mess up. The Road Warrior. This one's fun. I give it an 8. It's really fun. It's a fun movie. Watch it. This one. Yes, the last one. Aliens. A money movie. Give me the money. Give me the money. Yeah, I'll do the movie. Give me 15 million. I'll do it. Of course. What happens? They make Alien. Resurrection? Sounds like an erection. Resurrection? A little erection. A resurrection. Yeah, Sonya Weaver. Getting a little old now, you can tell. She's getting a little... She looks like me. No, not me, because she doesn't have a beard. And Winona Ryder? Yes. I like Winona Ryder. Yeah, I like her in Stranger Things, too. She was in that, too, for... couple of years there with the little kids and stuff. I like Winona Ryder. Anyway, Sonya Weaver, like I said, she's getting a little scrunchy eyebrows. But anyway, yeah, this one. She's what do you call it? A clone, right? She's a clone. Yeah. So what happens? What happens, people? What happens? So they're on this ship, and they're cloning everybody. You know, everybody's mother's uncle and clones, and making experiments on people and turning them into ugly-looking things with 3 arms and 2 heads. And anyway, Reader's Digest version. It's not bad, but it's not very good. I wasn't crazy over it. I liked it. Thought it was okay, but when you're starting to make money movies just for the money, and give me 15 million and I'll do another movie. Because when Sonya Weaver made the first movie, we ain't talking millions. But anyway, when people love these kind of movies and they flock to the box office, it takes money to make movies. And this movie still, I guess it made money. I personally think it did. So, it's alright. You can watch it. It's fun. Everybody dies. What the hell, right? We all know that. That's a spoiler. It's a spoiler. That's why I lied to myself. Everybody friggin' dies. You're next. I'm going to kill you. You're all dead. No. Watch this movie. It's fun. That's all I can say about this movie. It's a decent movie. You can watch it. Give it a 7. But it's nowhere near as good as the other first 2. I like the first 2. Third one's alright. The fourth one's alright. But, So. Anyway, let's get on with it. Talk too much about it. Runaway Jury. John Cusack. Gene Hackman. Love Gene Hackman. Dustin Hoffman. What's her name? Rochelle Weiss. A brilliant suspense thriller with a powerful surprise ending. Now, you know what happens in guns? We're talking guns here, right? Guns, machine gun, any kind of gun that kills people. It's down in the States, of course. Canada's a little different here. You show a lot of people here killing people with guns, yes, but nowhere near as what they do in the States. Which I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, runaway jury. He gets placed on the jury. He rambles his way into her jury. Now this lady, at the beginning, a guy walks into this office, right, and shoots everybody, right? So the jury takes place, and the lady wants to sue the gun manufacturer because if it wasn't for them, her husband wouldn't be dead, right? And Gene Hackman is playing the part of the lawyer, or he's what is it, one of those guys. You ever watch Bull on TV? Like he's a doctor and Bull, anybody watch, but something like that kind of thing. He's not really a lawyer, but he's kind of runs everything, kind of. Anyway, he's trying to, so the guys that made the guns don't want, they want to win the case, which means they can sell more guns than everybody, Kind of hard to explain. But anyway, the outcome of the movie is, does this lady win her case against the gun people that sell all the guns, right? Or do they just shrug it off and say the guns didn't kill anybody, it was the person that walked in that he got fired from his job and all that, and he killed everybody. But anyway, it's a good story. I like this one. Very interesting. Based on really true things that are still happening today. So there you go. What year did this come out? I have no idea. Let me see. You think I could find it? Oh, 2003. 2003 for a runaway jury. Good story. I'll give it an 8. Yeah, give it an 8. Here's another one. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. John Cusack and Kevin Spacey. Yes, Kevin Spacey's a rich guy down in New Orleans because Christmas parties every year. Everybody goes there. They have a great time. Anyway, and this John Cusack's character is he's a guy, dropping in write up a magazine article for House and Home, right, about this Christmas party and stuff. Yeah. So he's there for that. He shows them the house, and he's doing all these cooking, and the lamb chops and the pork chops, and the shrimp and all that stuff sitting on the table. So that's the big deal of the story, right? But something else happens. Kevin Spacey shoots a guy in his front room. So they're wondering what the hell happened. Anyway, they got in an argument, and the young guy shot at Kevin Spacey's character, and Kevin Spacey shot back and killed the guy. He's laying on the floor, blood's coming out of him. No, it's not really messy, a little bit of blood out of his mouth, stuff like that. It's not too bad. So the whole story, the whole idea is, Kevin Spacey goes to court and kind of says, what happened? Like, what happened to this guy? What happened? Did he kill him? Or what? Is Kevin Spacey guilty? So, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I give it an 8 out of 10. Very good story. Very good movie. John Cusack was very good in it. Alright. And the last movie of the day, or this week anyway, is this movie right here. And it's called The Boy Next Door. Jennifer Lopez from what, a couple of years ago? Let's see, probably 2015, 4 years ago, 3.5, 4 years ago. Jennifer Lopez, now here she is. She's, mom, and she lives in this house, and next door over here, the young boy moves in, and one thing leads to another, and he's eyeing her because she's really sexy looking. She's about 47, 50, something like that. But you know what I'm saying? She looks pretty nice. She looks pretty good. So the young guy, or whatever is the young boy next door, he's got to be like, what, 20, 22? Bear with me, people. So they have sex. They do the nasty, right? So, they're pounding away on each other. Everything's good. Everything's getting their, kicks out, stuff like that. It's a great time. But she decides like, nah, I don't want to do that anymore, right? No, that's not right. No. But he says, no, no, this is good. So anyway, what happens? It's a real stupid, dumb movie. I don't like it. It didn't do anything for me. I thought it was stupid. One of those stupid movies. I don't like it. You know what's going to happen in this movie? I give this movie a 3. I'll never watch it again. So you know what we're going to do with this movie, people? Take a wild guess. Yeah, we're going to throw this down the garbage chute, down the hallway, down by the elevators. This one gets thrown down the fucking garbage chute. That doesn't happen often. But what are you going to do? Do you want to keep a movie like that? No, I don't. I get rid of them. Throw them in the garbage. All right. That's the movies that Bob watched this week. So hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Rick's coming over tomorrow. We're going to have pizza, watch a couple of movies, smoke some dope. Regular Saturday afternoon. Talk to you later. Keep watching those movies. Can you see my lips moving?